Lokoz boxing. After Vitor Belfort defeated Holyfield relatively easy, he made a very energetic speech on his post-fight interview. He mentioned that boxers have to come to his world to Thriller. He says, "You got to come to my world." Then he explained how boxers should come fight him without weight restrictions. To add to this, he even mentions how they should come fight him and how the fight should be arranged so that in boxing against him it would be allowed to clinch fighters, in other words to hold on to him while he hits them. He called out Canelo, saying that if Canelo doesn't fight him, then it's because he's basically scared of him. He went on to saying that if Canelo would accept this fight, that Thriller had 30 million guaranteed for the winner take it all against the fight. I find this very humoring and surprising that Vitor Belfort really thinks this is going to work. He's offering Canelo $30 million to come fight him in a semi-boxing, semi-MMA type of fight where he can hold on to him and hit him and do whatever he wants with no weight restrictions. He must be desperate to do this. As for Canelo, $30 million is really not too much compared to what he can make off of fighting anybody in boxing. Even fighting off of somebody that has no name, Canelo would be able to rack up the $30 million, if not more. I know that for the purse bid, when he fights somebody with the lesser name, he can get about $8 to $15 million. And that's not including the pay-per-view shares. He usually gets around 60% of whatever pay-per-views are sold, not including the commercials or the advertisement that he does for the fight and for other products that he sponsors. So it's beyond me how Vitor Belfort thinks he's giving Canelo the shot of his lifetime by offering him $30 million to come fight his dirty little game, a non-professional fight, making it seem like he's the one giving Canelo the opportunity. What a childish way to proposition things. If he was serious about fighting Canelo Alvarez, he would join professional boxing, put these exhibitions on the side, and run up the ladder until he reaches the best. So this guy fights a almost 60-year-old man in the ring, defeats him, being a lot younger than him, and he feels like he can call out Canelo. That is hilarious. And I think he himself knows as he's saying this that there's no chance of this ever happening. On the other hand, he did call out Jake Paul, calling him a Disneyland kid, how he was going to teach him a lesson, and started insulting him, saying that Thriller has the $25 million to fund the fight and give it to the winner. After that, it was bumped up to the $30 million. Now there, I'm not surprised him calling Jake Paul out. That is a quick cash grab, and I don't blame him for doing so. Thriller mentioned how they would have this fight be done on Thanksgiving Day. And here I don't think Jake Paul would have a reason not to accept the fight, since he's been fighting in exhibitions and picking and choosing people who are either not real fighters, not real boxers at least, or have not been active for a long time. I don't think Jake Paul has an excuse not to take the fight, other than I think Vitor Belfort would probably beat Jake Paul. And he thinks so too, probably, if he's not accepting this fight, because there's nothing Jake Paul loves more than a quick cash grab in an exhibition. And this has his name written all over it. It's kind of ironic how Vitor Belfort is using Jake Paul's own tactic to call him out by insulting him and putting these childish propositions. Let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Lokoz Boxing.